I know Iffy from him when he transferred in from Tampa.
I knew Iffy from the basketball team. He was a great competitor as well as a good friend. Just being a teammate is one thing, being a friend is another.
He always wanted to play one-on-one and, you know, just talk trash just like any fun basketball player would want to do. And
our basketball season was great. I mean, we were a family, and we worked hard together, and we held each other accountable.
If he played for me for one season, he arrived on the scene when our program was probably at its peak that it had been in quite a while. My relationship with Iffy back then was just like it was with any other player. You could tell just by meeting the guy here, the dude's smile lights up a room. I mean, and that was one of the first things I noticed.
Nonyleu dreamed of being a professional basketball player. His talent, self-discipline, and perseverance showed all signs of his dream becoming a reality. Early one morning during the summer between his junior and senior year, Iffy fell asleep while driving. He suffered a C4-C5 spinal cord injury, was paralyzed from the neck down, and lost his dream of playing professional sports.
She woke me up because she needed a ride to work. Instead of me driving there, I just told her to drive there. Then I would drive back because I was too tired to drive there. So we got to the parking lot at the mall, and then she got out, and then I started driving back home. And I felt wide awake, really. So, and then I was just driving, and out of nowhere, I just fell asleep. And next time I woke up, I was in the hospital.
When I heard about Iffy's accident, I was just a matter of just less than a mile away from where it occurred. I was out on the golf course with some friends golfing, and I got the call from Ron and Reed Glover's dad, John Glover, and he told me what had happened. And as soon as we finished up, I called my staff, and we got together as soon as we could at the earliest possible moment. We headed down to Vanderbilt to see what had happened. And when we got there were a lot of his teammates there, a lot of other parents were already there, and it was just, it was an awful day.
You know, things like that can happen, you know, in the blink of an eye, and so it was just deep. It was kind of hard to experience. But
well, I don't remember them telling me anything. I just remember waking up and looking around, and I knew I was in the hospital. I know what the hospital looks like. And then I tried to speak, and there was no sound. I did a lot of rehab after, so now I could feed myself without any help. I have a splint that I put on my hand, and it'll allow me to open my fingers. Then I can grab bottles and drink by myself. I've always believed in God. My parents took us to church from the beginning, and I've just always had faith that I would walk again.
Spinal cord injuries don't change who you are. They change what you can physically do. Iffy is a perfect example of that. He still has a winning attitude, and his smile lights up the room. His dreams have changed. He wants to become a software engineer and get back to supporting his family.
Well, I think the thing that, you know, speaks volumes about Iffy is just the amount of people who have come to his support. Just people don't usually do that for, you know, unless somebody is really special.
And you know, he's a super positive person even since the accident. He always has a smile on his face, and he's always, you know, on Twitter. It's pretty cool to see someone in a tough situation. Despite all that's going on with him, he stays positive.
I can't imagine what he's gone through with this, but to see him out and to be around the guy, it's hard to imagine what he's going through, but his attitude is incredible.
Coach Johnson came, and I think it was in October, and I asked him when practice starts, because I didn't know anything about spinal cord injury. So he said November. I think he said November. And I was like, oh, I should be up by then, not knowing how serious this injury was. But I mean, it never broke my faith. I still believe I'll walk one day.